Everything's gonna be alright. And when we get there, I'ma see a pretty young thing. I'ma ask her to take my hand. Head to the floor, we gon' dance. And when we get there, best believe we gonna do a two-step. Ain't no drama in here, so don't stress. Step to the right, then side to the left. Yeah.
Good evening, welcome to the Stephen Knight Show. Hope you're having a great Monday. We're going to try to make it better for you. Happy President's Day to you. Hope you had the day off and got to relax and make up from the weekend. Tonight we're back with the latest in sports, fashion, movie reviews, and the best indie music out there. We welcome comedian, actor, and social media influencer TravQue. He has a new song and video called Whose Man Is This? On YouTube. Check it out. It's a great video. He'll be discussing his career and kind of how he used social media to get him the career that he has now and what he has going on. Then in Hot Topics, we're breaking down everything everyone's talking about. You know, Shaka Khan's been getting a little, laughs about her national anthem at the All-Star game last night. Charles Barkley had a recent interview on Today's Show, and he was asked about is it too soon to bring up Kobe Bryant's alleged sexual accusation that he was not convicted of. And he's getting a little... People are seeing... His response there is going either way. People are either agreeing with him or they're not. So tune in to see what you think. And then Floyd Mayweather talks about his run-in with T.I. back in 2014. Find out what he had to say about all that. A lot going on in Hot Topics. Want to monitor all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and of course our official website, thestephennightshow.com. Also check us out on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. Just go to our website, thestephennightshow.com. When we come back, the question of the day and Hot Topics. Right back after this.
You didn't know me. Drip sauce, it's all on me. Anyway, get a taste, get your tie, wipe your face. She be rolling in my 500 bins with the drop top showing off for your friends. And you looking good in your lip gloss, know the lips soft. Let's do a little tripping while we get lost. And if I had you by my side, I know I'd never lose. Got me losing my mind, looking at you. And I know you look good, but I'm tripping so sad. Hey, you know how we dripping, you know how we dripping. Coding what we sipping, you know how we sipping. Diamonds on my women, diamonds on my children. My watch and my bracelets, that's $250,000. She don't like to listen, baby, so resilient. But she know I'm cunning, she know that I'm brilliant. My bank roll 100, but that's just some lush. I spend that on backwards, I spend that on lush. 100 is your heart, like, boy, you know that's real. And I know you look good, but I'm tripping so sad. You didn't know me. Drip sauce, it's all on me. Anyway, get a taste, get your tie, wipe your face. You got the sauce, it's dripping on me. So, get this, get taste. Splicker, splash, 200 on my dash. Please mode up by my cash. Yeah. I'm fiending for nothing, gotta be for that cornbread stuffing. Billie Jean when she walking, man she mean when she walking. Beat that monkey up good, shawty out line talking. Say shawty, I ain't just talking, I'm an overdrive and retarded. That's my liberal city, bitch. I've been by getting it, man. She moan when I come on her, let it throw that really on her. That's my women's when I'm on her, so cigar pillow when I'm on her. Got my own bag of Italian, cut the cup on my body, too pop like a belly in me. This Louis all up on me, we live from 7 to 3 a.m. You know I'm dripping hot sauce all on the 2 to a.m. But I jump in that whip, tell that rubber, cause the really don't give a shit. Moonwalking all in this, my 50 grand and up on my wrist. This cold with a little bit of hit. But I'm tripping so sad. You didn't know. flavors, fresh up off them pipers, I got OG and they owe me fighters, I never turn my back up on the trap that made us, The hustle with no handouts, that's what they gave us, That niggas ain't saw me, now you can see me, Disappear and reappear like Aladdin genie, Say them diamonds shine, them diamonds gleaming, All black phantom Batman, Michael Keaton, Boy, I'm good with them toys, Morgan Freeman, Scarface, Al Pacino, Willie Beeman, Came a long way from doing shit, slick and scheming, praying daily with my team, in agreement.
You didn't know, drip sauce all on me. Anyway, get a taste, get your tie, wipe your face, and cap the sauce, dripping on me. It's all on me. Get a piece, get a taste.
And I know you look good, but I'm dripping sauce. Hey.
Oh, la da da, yeah. Oh, la da da, yeah. Floating slowly over time, skipping heartbeats feels just fine. Happens when your lips meet mine. I go deep inside where I don't have to hide. Camelot in my mind, Camelot in my mind. Touch me with your silent gaze. Pierce me with your figure ways. Promise that I won't be faced. I'll go deep inside where I don't have to hide. It's all in my mind. 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 I can see it. It's all so clear. One day you will too, my dear. Till then, I'll just keep you near, keep you deep inside, locked up deep inside. Camelot in my mind, Camelot in my mind. Open up your soul to me. Catch that breeze and fly so free. It's so much better when you give it to it, see. It's so deep inside, and it wants to take flight. It's all in my mind. 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 It's all
What's up? It's your boy TravQue, Mr. Hey, who man is this? And you are listening to the Stephen Knight Show.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. As you know, it is, first of all, it's President's Day, so shout out to Barack Obama. No, shout out to the presidents. Also, Black History person of the day is Prince, the singer mastermind Prince. And we all know a lot about his history in terms of music, but I saw this post over the weekend that we shared on the Stephen Knight Show page, Instagram page, and so I wanted to read some of the things that he did that people may not know about. He gave Spike Lee the money to film She Gotta Have It, financially provided for Lauryn Hill's children when she went to jail, and covered the cost for Trayvon Martin's funeral. I thought that was good things to point out there. A lot of times we know about the music, but we don't know about the man. So I just wanted to share that for Black History. Again, we always post our Black History person of the day that we're celebrating on our Instagram page, so check it out at the Stephen Knight Show. Miss Parker, how you feeling?
I'm doing okay. I'm a bit under the weather, so I'm probably won't be as talkative today, but I'm good.
Okay, well, you feel better. You have a good weekend?
No, I was sick.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, you were. I did see on Facebook. Oh, you feeling better at all?
I'm a little better, yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
I definitely hope you feel a lot better. Chike, how was your weekend?
First of all, Miss Parker, my weekend was pretty good. I took my 15-year-old nephew to the auto show, the Philadelphia Auto Show.
Oh, nice.
We share a love for automobiles, and thought that was a good time to hang out and bond.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty decent.
Most definitely. All right, well, our question of the day is, what have you realized about yourself in recent years? Ms. Parker.
I think for me that question is a little vague. I think I grow every week, every day, so I think it would have to pertain to a certain maybe subject, but yeah, I think growth is something that I am committed to, and I think that I do so constantly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Chike?
I guess I'm a great strategist, and I'm beginning to trust that more within myself.
Yeah.
I'm very, very good at being strategic in implementing a plan.
Nice. For me, it was, I said I no longer feel guilty for saying no. Like, people would ask me to do things or ask me to borrow this or whatever, even come stay with me. I don't know, at some point, people thought this was a hotel. And I remember I felt so bad, and sometimes I would just do it because I felt bad, but I had to remember my peace and what I need. And so now I don't feel bad for saying no. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm just walking around saying no to everyone, but you know what I'm saying? I don't have that guilt that I used to have. So we got some interesting response on my page, Stephen Knight. I mean, on my page, Stephen Knight. So tweet us at home and let us know. I forgot the question. tweet us at home and let us know what have you realized about yourself in recent years. All right, so hot topic. So last night's NBA All-Star game was definitely one for the books. The association honored Kobe Bryant and his daughter in some beautiful ways, and both teams definitely put on the show. But Twitter Sphere have been chatting about the All-Star banner performance by living legend Shaka Khan. If you remember last year, the performance by Fergie was one for the books, and people are saying that Shaka Khan's version was right behind her. Did you listen to it? In terms, did you think it was good? Did you listen to it? What are your thoughts on it, Ms. Parker?
I mean, do they not rehearse? Like, no, it's a real question, because when I was listening to it, that was my thought, because I realized the last 3 or 4 haven't been that great, but I think that it may not rehearse. I'm trying, because if they do rehearse, I guess I'm being just logical about it. Because if they do rehearse, whoever is putting the show together, and people, when you're at an NBA game before the game starts, people are there.
Mm-hmm.
The workers are there. The players are there. Their families are there. The VIP people are already in the thing eating. So if somebody's rehearsing and sound bad, I'm sure somebody would have said something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They must not rehearse. They must hire professionals. It's like, okay, well, this person can sing, so they just have them. Because there's no way that, especially the last two, rehearsed and it turned out that way. This just can't be. It's not possible.
I actually don't think that they do. I think that the rehearsal is on them. You know, like before they get to the stadium, if you're going to rehearse, if you're going to do a different, arrangement of it, then that's, something that you discuss, or maybe you pre-record the track. But for the most part, when you walk into the building, you're singing it, cold. You're singing it.
I'm pretty sure they do a sound check. They may not go through the whole song, but I do agree with you, Chike. It's probably up to them to rehearse on their own. But I think what happens is, like, think of the NFL at Super Bowl. That's typically pre-recorded because of the arena and the acoustics. It would throw a live performance off because the feedback you would get. And so in the NBA, typically they sing it live. And I think that for me, I think Shaka Khan, the problem with her performance was more so the arrangement of the song. You know what I mean? I don't think that. I mean, she had some moments. She still has a strong voice. She still, we all know, can sing. But I think it was just the arrangement of the song which kind of threw it off because it's not really her genre. I remember when they even announced that she was performing, I was kind of shocked on why they picked her. You know what I mean? Because that's not really her style of singing. But let's hope that next year we get someone that can, do their thing.
I'm gonna say this with all due respect. I love me some Shaka Khan. Always have.
Yeah.
Always have. But I have to admit, sometimes Auntie Chaka can sound a little raggedy.
Yeah, she's trying to do too much.
Just a little, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Sing Shaka. All right, well, Kobe Bryant fans in the past weeks, they're having a tough time obviously dealing with the passing of him, his daughter, and the others that were killed in that accident. But Charles Barkley's kind of he's getting mixed reviews. He was on Today's Show, and they asked him, was it okay to bring up his previous sexual assault, Kobe's previous alleged sexual assault that he was not convicted of. And Charles Barkley responded by saying, Kobe Bryant is one of the greatest basketball players ever, and he had a flaw that we all know about. You have to tell the picture in totality. We're not trying to make Kobe out to be no hero. We're celebrating his basketball excellence. Now, some people are saying that somebody on Twitter said, talking about Charles Barkley, he's a clown. He really is going to make me stop watching NBA on TNT. He runs his mouth way too much. Another person says, Charles Barkley drops truth bombs yet again. Even when you disagree with this guy, you have to respect his honesty. So do you agree with Charles Barkley, or do you think that too soon? What are your thoughts, Ms. Parker?
What was his exact statement?
His statement was, he said that Kobe Bryant is one of the greatest basketball players ever, and he had a flaw we all know about. You have to tell the picture in totality. We're not trying to make Kobe out to be no hero. We're celebrating his basketball excellence. That's what he said.
I agree. I think the story about people should be told in a total of who they are, but I do think timing matters.
Yeah.
I think that when people are public figures and their family is grieving, I think it's very important that no matter what your role is in society, a reporter or whatever it may be, that you keep that in mind. That's why I couldn't move forward in my career as a reporter, because for me, I could not. I remember having to go to an accident scene when I was in school interning at a TV station, and they wanted me to go to like the person whose family member didn't even know was dead or not, and like ask them questions.
Yeah.
And every time I see that on TV, I remember that instance. I remember like how I just was not able to. It just I couldn't do it. There's no every time I watch somebody on TV doing so, it gives me chills. Like it must take a special type of person to be able to ask that question when somebody is grieving. But I do think that that's how that industry is. I'm not blaming on the industry, but I think we have to humanize and dignify people. at least give their family time to grieve properly before we, have those conversations. I think those conversations are important in us growing as people, because I think what we don't discuss is black people are very big on secrets. It's so annoying to me. Don't talk about this and don't talk about that. But we can't grow from what we don't show and what we don't review. We can't grow from that. I honestly think Kobe Bryant growing from I think he grew right in front of our eyes.
Mm-hmm.
From that young man that went through that, it could have taken him down the wrong road. So it actually is a positive message within there. But I just think it was wrong timing. But he does have a good point. I do think he speaks. Charles Barkley speaks. He speaks the truth that we don't want to hear. A lot of things that he said is annoying, but when you really think about it, you're like, oh, he's kind of right. So I do think he has a point. I think we just need to just stop discussing the man, period, and let his family continue to grieve him and have his memorial or whatever they need to do to be able to move forward day by day. I'm sure it's hour by hour at this point, but and that's what we need to focus on, his family getting through it.
Yeah. Chica?
I believe that we should be allowed to grow past things. Kobe greatly did that. He did it in a big way.
Yep.
I don't recall anyone asking him any questions about that when he won his Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
In all the interviews that he did, no one brought that up to talk to him about that. It was a dead issue. The charges were dropped. Why are we still talking about that? Because he's deceased?
Yeah.
And we can freely? I mean, I don't get it. Like, what good is that doing at this point?
Yeah.
No one's talking about the faces Charles Barkley slapped or his violent temper and how he used to attack people, or he wouldn't have that job on TNT. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do believe that in certain instances, and I'm going to bring Chris Brown into this, certain instances, people have issues, and we tend to put a label on them, and if they're not in a mature space, it gets hard for people to grow out of situations because we constantly, taxing things on them. It's like pin the tail on a donkey. Oh, this is you. This is always going to be you. This is still you.
Yeah.
I remember when you did this.
Mm-hmm.
And it won't allow the person to grow out of that situation. And it kind of breeds that behavior of you need to disappear for a while and reinvent yourself and then come back different.
Yeah.
And I noticed that a lot about people. They have to do that in order to get past something. But why? Your livelihood is being in the camera. You need that for your livelihood.
Yeah.
Kobe had to be on the court. He had to grow past it. He had to deal with it every day. We had to look at him every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He did it. He did it successfully, to the point where he retired from it. And he's now making, movies and writing books and moving on to the next chapter in his life. No one was talking about this when he was alive.
I
But
agree.
now that he's gone, you want to bring this back up.
I agree.
Let it go.
I
Let it
agree.
go.
And the day of his death, they brought it up. You know what I mean?
Horrible.
Excuse me. His memorial is going to be on the 24th, and that'll be his wife's first public appearance since he passed. She's shared, on her Instagram, her struggle and dealing with all this, the loss of her husband, the loss of her daughter. It's like, what happened to human kindness? What happened to...
and let's keep in mind, there's two small children still at home.
Exactly.
There's 2 girls still at home.
Yeah. I do agree that you can tell a person's story, but I think it is about timeliness and the fact that it hasn't been a month. You know what I mean? And like you said, like Lisa Leslie said, he was around a lot longer after that happened. They could ask him any question they wanted to ask him, and they never did. So, yeah. Still, thoughts and prayers to his family. All right. Well, Floyd Mayweather, he did a recent interview on Drink Champs, and he talked about his altercation in Vegas with T.I. And a lot of people thought it was about, just back in 2014, they thought it had to do with T.I.'s wife, Tiny. And he said to Nor, my thing is this. I just tell men like this. If you feel like your woman's a trophy, she should be at home. period. He also called T.I. a hypocrite. He said he would never fight T.I. because he said he F's up his hands for money, meaning he's not going to fight for free, and he kept referring to T.I. as Clifford. He also said that T.I. was a hypocrite because he made a diss song where he says in there, F that N-word, and he feels that goes against T.I.'s black empowerment persona. In the end of the segment, T.I. suggested he should have checked Tiny instead of confronting him. What are your thoughts, Ms. Parker?
Why would he want somebody to check his wife?
I guess, remember there was a alleged they were having an affair or something like that, and he was saying that he should have addressed his wife and not him. Like T.I. should address not him. Yeah.
T.I. should address his wife,
right?
Not him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that whole situation was messy. Obviously, she didn't think it was a problem. She probably was hurt, and so was just doing her.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe he should have had a conversation with his wife first before. But I guess that's how street people handle stuff. I don't know.
Do you think him making that you think him making that diss song? Do you think that goes against T.I.'s black empowerment persona?
I think a lot of things T.I. does is contradictory to who he wants to be, but I think that's all of us.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we all have a vision of our better selves that we're getting to, but along the way, it's not a straight line.
Yeah, we're flawed.
And I had to realize that about myself, so that I don't, so that I can love myself through those mistakes. But that is who we are. I realize that now, that even in growth, that we have a vision of ourselves that we want to be, and along that way, we're going to do things because we spend a lot of years being who we are now. We're going to do things that are going to represent the old person or not in line with the new person. But what's important is that we have a vision of who we want to be. As long as you have a vision and you're working towards that vision, I can't knock that. So he'll get there.
Okay. Chike, what are your thoughts?
I've noticed that with our men of color who happen to have great means, meaning, the financial means and the clout and the power and the prestige and the spotlight, tend to have a whole lot of machismo. It's a lot of masculine energy. It's a lot of braggadocious attitude. And I think that has a lot to do with how they display themselves when it comes to certain things. As a man, a married man, he should have addressed his wife. She's the one that walked down the aisle with him. She's the one that signed the marriage certificate. She's the one that said, I do, and put the ring on his finger. That's who owed you the promise. This man had nothing to do with that. But because of the society that we live in, and it's better for your image that you look, macho, and you gotta, you have to hold up your brand, it looked good for you to step to him, however that is.
Right.
But you're not thinking it through, and you're just acting out.
Yeah.
Now,
that's a good point.
This happens a lot, and as Ms. Parker said, these street people. That's what street people do.
Street folks, I guess that's how they do.
I'm gonna have to start using that. The street folks. So, with that being said, if you minus the money and you minus all that other stuff, and it's just two guys down on Broadway and whatever, doing whatever they're gonna do, then it ends up violent and someone winds up dying, and it's probably the same scenario, and it's just different. I think that at some point in there, somebody realized that they have a lot to lose, and they're not going to go but so far with this. I think it's stupid. I think it's idiotic to air your dirty laundry out to the public like this. It's just, it's stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I guess there was a recent interview, too, that I saw. I didn't read the whole thing. Just didn't have time. With Boris Kojo and Nicole Parker Kojo, and T.I. and Tiny were talking recently in an interview, and Tiny and T.I. asked them, you know, you guys been married for 15 years. Well, Boris Kojo asked them how long you guys been married, and they said it's going to be 10 years this year, Tiny and T.I. And both Boris and Nicole was like, well, it's going to be 15 years for us. It's just like in Hollywood, it's like 80 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so they went on and talked about how, and then T.I. and Tiny asked them, how come, well, we haven't heard anything about your dirt. We haven't heard any dirt. How do you guys keep your stuff in your house? Being famous, how do you keep your dirt in your house? And they were like, our dirt, first of all, we base our marriage on not disrespecting each other.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you know, it's like, that's
Hello.
where it stands from. It's like, I think people, it's just crazy to me how we live in a society where accountability seems to be the last thing on people's minds, right? It's everybody else's fault. The fact that, the media gets in our business and our business get out there. No. You are choosing to do things that are gonna cause harm to your marriage in the public eye. You're doing things publicly to each other. You know what I mean? Like, their accountability, you have to take it. And they were like,
True.
They were like, what? They were like, we based our relationship on respecting each other, where we don't do things to each other that cause any dirt.
Yeah.
That was like, to me, the best answer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But you look at it, it's like apples and oranges, and it's the lifestyle that they live, that they choose to live. Look at Tamia and Grant Hill. You don't hear anything about them. They've been married a lot longer.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's true.
It's all in how you live.
That's true. All right, well, let's take a quick break. We have a couple more hot topics right back after this, okay? Right back after this.
I don't keep it real, don't care how you feel. I'm just like everyone else. Do you know what's real? Let go your past, girl, let it all go. Don't judge me according to what you've been through. I know it wasn't right what they did to you. You gon' have to trust me, you gon' have to trust me. I'm nothing like them other guys. Don't let a good thing slip away, because all I wanna do is make you happy, girl. Just wanna make you happy, girl. Just let it go, don't live in the past, girl. Make you happy. All I wanna do is make you happy, girl. Just wanna make you happy, girl. Just wanna put a smile on your face, girl. Yeah, I know that it's hard, yeah, you don't know to trust, girl. Don't know to trust, girl. Just trying to protect your heart. All I wanna do is make you happy, girl. Just wanna make you happy, girl. Just let it go, don't live in the past, girl. Live in the past, girl. Maybe you can come and take my hand. I'm not your ordinary man. Trying to do the best you can. You're trying not to give your heart to the wrong one. Wrong one. I know it wasn't right what they did to you. You gon' have to trust me. You gon' have to trust me. I'm nothing like them other guys. Don't let a good thing slip away, because all I wanna do is make you happy, girl. Just wanna make you happy, girl. Just let it go, don't live in the past, girl. Make you happy. All I wanna do is make you happy, girl. Just wanna make you happy, girl. Just wanna put a smile on your face, girl. Yeah, I know that it's hard, and you don't know to trust, girl. Don't know to trust, girl. Just trying to protect your heart. All I wanna do is make you happy, girl. Just wanna make you happy, girl. Just let it go, don't live in the past, girl. I know it wasn't right what they did to you. You're trying not to give your heart to the wrong one. Nothing like them other guys. I just wanna make you happy. I just want us to be happy. 'Cause all I wanna do is make you happy, girl. Just wanna make you happy, girl. Just let it go, don't live in the past, girl. Make you happy. 'Cause all I wanna do is make you happy, girl. Just wanna make you happy, girl. Just wanna put a smile on your face, girl. girl. Live in the past, girl.
I was 17 with a pair of 23s. Used to care about the flashy lights. I used to wanna be like Usher, practice in the mirror. That's when I used to fantasize. With college I would go to with girls that really know you, frontin' when you broke for real. With that minimum wage, I was minimum saving, studio money still. Now I'm on the road for real, leaving all I know for real. Do everything you have to, life it don't wait for you. Any second could go for real. This is for the dreamers, everybody dream up. Every time we link up, it's a celebration. Any second might go up. This is for the dreamers, everybody dream up. Every time we link up, it's a celebration. Any second might go. So put it on the line tonight. I was 25, blessed to be alive, chasing my dream this time. I didn't always want to. I used to be scared to. Follow my heart, cause what were the chances that it could happen for someone like me? Now I choose to see, choose to dream, choose to be, choose to see. Cause when it's all over, how you gon' want the world to remember the life you left behind? For real, leaving all I know for real. Do everything you have to, life it don't wait for you. Any second could go for real. Now I'm on the road for real, leaving all I know for real. Do everything you have to, life it don't wait for you. Any second could go for real. This is for the dreamers, everybody dream up. Every time we link up, it's a celebration. Any second might go up. This is for the dreamers, everybody dream up. Every time we link up, it's a celebration. Any second might go. So put it on the line tonight. Singing might, keep rapping might, keep dancing might. Any second might, street baller might blow. College kid might blow. Keep dreaming might blow. Oh, I just can't give up like that. No, I just can't give up like that. 8 years in the boot, that's 8 exact. 8 years in the boot, will not subtract. It took me here, so won't look back. Not here for fame, just love for that. You feel me though? I'm pushing past. Any second might just blow up fast. This is for the dreamers, everybody dream up. Every time we link up, it's a celebration. Any second might go up. This is for the dreamers, everybody dream up. Every time we link up, it's a celebration. Any second might go. So put it on the line tonight.
Hi, I'm Tina Lifford. You know me as Aunt Vi on Queen Sugar and author of The Little Book of Big Lies. And I am listening to The Stephen Knight Show. Are you?
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. I want to remind you, all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and of course our official website, thestephennightshow.com. You can also check us out on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. Just go to our website, thestephennightshow.com. All right, well, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Candy Burris and her husband Todd Tucker, they had a recent shooting at one of their companies. We know Candy is known for operating multiple businesses, but I'm sure she'll be increasing security. According to Atlanta's East Point Police, over the weekend, as couples were dining for Valentine's Day, a man entered Old Lady Gang 2 restaurant in Marketplace Boulevard in Camp Creek and shot another man as well as 2 innocent bystanders. Luckily, authorities confirmed that 3 victims are expected to be fine as being transported to a local hospital and treated for their injuries. Meanwhile, Atlanta police are still searching for the gunman who has not been identified. Additionally, police don't know the motive of the shooting, and there's some reports that the youngest victim was 14 years old, but that has not been confirmed. Now, Candy took to Instagram, and she said, "My family and I are truly saddened by this unfortunate events that occurred at Old Lady Gang Camp Creek on the evening of February 14th. An evening that was meant to celebrate love, unfortunately turned into something quite different. Our prayers and thoughts go out to the individuals that were harmed or in any way negatively impacted. We are aware that this matter is being actively investigated by law enforcement, and we are cooperating with law enforcement to bring justice to those involved. As African American business owners, it is our goal to invest in our community by bringing jobs, quality dining, and positive experience to the greater Atlanta area. We hope that you know and understand this act of violence that occurred yesterday evening do not in any way serve as a reflection of OLG and its values." And then they appreciate everyone for their support and love. What is it? There have been a lot of in previous conversations where people are scared to bring businesses to certain locations because things like this happen. And in Candy's message, she's saying that she's trying to bring and build in the community. What are your thoughts on that? Do you see people's apprehension to bringing certain businesses to certain areas, Ms. Parker?
Yeah, even Stevie Wonder can see that, please. Yes, I see why.
Yeah.
I mean, she tried it, but that is the hood.
Yep.
I was reading an article, and I read a comment, and someone was like, "Oh, I didn't know that her restaurant was in the hood." And this one, I was like, "There's a hood in every," or they were saying, they were like, "It doesn't have to be in the hood for them to shoot it up," or something like that.
Right.
And then I was thinking to myself the whole time, that location is the hood.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate because I think, I can go back to how generationally we were placed. It's the hood. All the hood represents is a group of people who feel hopeless at some level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who haven't been given opportunities and chances to better themselves, or if they have not had the mentality or been given the tools they need to use what they've been given to get out of their own way. So it's a lot of mental trauma that's going on in those environments, and so little things can set someone off, and that's why a lot of violence takes place in those type of communities, is because people are on edge emotionally and mentally. And so from what I read, it wasn't even a big deal. It was like 2 guys that got into an argument. But it's unfortunate. I've lived here 13 years, and I think I've never been to a restaurant on that side of town.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I don't think I have either.
My first year, I will say one thing. My first year I was here, I was 21. I turned 22 here, and I did frequent a lot of places in Atlanta. I remember I used to hang out by the airport in Jonesboro. I used to hang out in all those areas, but I remember, like, once I understood where I was, I got to understand, like, the community in different neighborhoods, I chose not to. But as an adult, 34-year-old woman, I'm very mindful of where I frequent. And it's funny because my family come and visit me, they're like, "Oh, we love Atlanta," and but we just thought Atlanta was more hood, because where I live and where you live and where we hang out for the most part, it's, a mixture
Yeah.
black professionals. Let me see a mixture of people, so it doesn't represent what they have in their head of what Atlanta should be. But it's just a sad situation because, like Candy said, when people are trying to build up a community, and then this type of press and incident happens, it discourages people from going.
Yep.
It discourages other businesses from building there, which is going to then affect your property value. It's just a total loss for everybody. So I don't know. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I agree. Chica.
So the person was shot inside the establishment?
Inside, yes. 3 people
Okay.
were.
So you knew where you were opening your business, and you didn't have situations set up to have policies of maybe no firearms? Because just thinking on my behalf, and I'm opening up a space, and I may not be opening up in a great part of town. Part of my schematic would be my dwelling would have to be a place of zen. So none of that could come through the threshold of my place. We're going to keep all that negativity outside the door. So there will be none of that inside. Like, there will be a guard searching you. You find a firearm. You might want to leave it in your car, or you might want to take it home, but you can't come in here with it. And so, therefore, that kind of minimizes some of the violence that could happen inside the facility. That's one. 2, you knew where you were opening your business. And I've known businesses that are in the hood, and the residents in the community have nothing but respect for the business. And what happened with the business is the business did maybe a few soft openings where they're basically opening themselves up to the community, so the community basically had a full knowledge of what was coming into the community. So therefore they respected it. You hire people from the community.
I think that did happen. Happen. They were excited about it. Yeah. I think she did do that. A couple of events.
Yeah, she typically does.
Candy is very mindful of that. She's done that with her clothing store. With some of the people to come check out the space before. She's from here, you know what I mean? And she's not too far from where the incident happened. So I think she gets it, but it can't be solely placed on her, because I'll give you an example. I remember my dad saying to me when we were driving through a neighborhood one time, and he was just like disgusted because he didn't cut their grass. And then like maybe a couple of months later, somebody else was talking about how when you respect what you have, when you see value in the things that are around you, you want to take care of it.
Yeah.
But it has to be
shift
in it has to be a paradigm shift in your mind that places value on that item, right? And so even with my car, I remember when I had this old car for 10 years, not the last one, but
the Mazda.
Mazda, yeah, for 10 years. When that car was like maybe 8 years old, I didn't wash it. Window was shattered. You know what I mean? Like, I no longer place value. I was waiting to get a new one. You know what I mean? It was like, I'm going to get a new car, and so this one, well, I don't care what happens to it. But it has to be a paradigm shift to where you see value in your community, where you see value in taking care of the things and the people who are investing in your community. And I don't know how we get there with people and their mind and way of thinking, but there has to be a paradigm shift in our community that allows us to build within our community. Because I see all these intellectuals that I follow always talking about buy black and build black and all this stuff, and they never address the issues in doing so. The issues in building black, the issues in staying in your community and spending your money in your community, and all of the issues, all of the customer service issues that come with it, the safety issues that come to that. Those things are never addressed on how to fix those things, but it's always, I think it's just, they want to feel intellectually superior, because it's like, if you're not giving me hardcore how to do, then you can be intellectual all you want, but how does that apply? So I think we have to figure out how do we apply the mentality of valuing our own community, starting with the people who already live there.
Yeah, that's true. This is definitely a great conversation. We can continue, but I have so many things I can say, but we're running a little late, so I'm gonna get to our last topic and then we can go. So Wendy's usually makes the headlines, on blogs and whatnot for the way they kind of clap back on social media. You're talking about other restaurants and whatnot, but they recently had, according to Fox 4, a huge PR crisis on their hands, and Wendy's in Michigan. This Wendy's is located on Northville and North Lafayette Street at Summit Avenue. There are videos of employees bathing in the kitchen sink, and they uploaded it on Facebook. So,
the hell?
Yeah, and the statement.
We're not gonna stop eating. First of all, who still eats at fast food places? I'm just trying to figure out.
A lot. But listen, in a statement, the franchise owner of that particular Wendy's said the incident was completely unacceptable, that everyone involved was fired right away. They said this egregious behavior is completely unacceptable and counter to our safety, training, and operational standards. Upon learning of the situation, all employees in the video were terminated immediately, and the restaurant has been completely sanitized. The health department visited the restaurant today, and no violations were reported, according to their team. And someone said in the comments, they said, we don't want to compare, but Chick-fil-A would never. What are your thoughts, Mr. Parker? I mean, what's wrong? First of all, you're doing something stupid like bathing in the kitchen, but then you're going to post it on Facebook? What does that say about our mindset in today's generation? Yeah, gotta be.
The street folks, I guess. It's
the street folks. The street folks. Chicken, what are your thoughts?
I guess they were looking to go viral. They were looking to go viral. But look, listen, Wendy's, hey, you want to get in the good graces of people again, I think you need to give out free chicken sandwiches for at least a month. Give somebody a voucher and let them come get a free chicken sandwich. And, that's how you fix people. Fix that.
Well,
they can keep that. They can keep the chicken sandwiches.
Oh, trust me, there'll be some people going to go get free chicken sandwiches still.
They'll be in line.
Oh, yeah.
Chick-fil-A was giving out free nuggets. I think they did it for like a month. They give out free nuggets when you order a certain whatever.
Speaking of that, now that I just realized that I have a coupon that I have to use before the end of this month. Chick-fil-A had mailed out 3 months worth of free vittles. I can get one item per month. It's February, March, and April. So, yeah. So I got to use that. Thank you for this conversation, just for my
Take notes, Wendy's. Take notes. Ms. Parker, as always, thank you so much for Hot Topics. Have a great week, and we'll talk this week. And Cheeky, I'll see you in movie reviews.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Right back after this.
Your love is showing me my path. My heart belongs in your grasp. I only see you underneath your light. I can't survive without your kiss. My life dripping from your lips. I'm nowhere if I'm not by your side. It feels like time slows down, and every breath is getting longer. I feel my heart sinking to the ground, and every weakness is getting stronger. And as I'm falling, I can feel you lift me up underneath your wings. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. I feel your fire burn underneath my skin. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. And I'm breathing in every single sound you make. I making my heart beat. If your soul is all I see, it's like the rest of the world is not there. It feels like time slows down, and every breath is getting longer. I feel my heart sinking to the ground, and every weakness is getting stronger. And as I'm falling, I can feel you lift me up underneath your wings. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. I feel your fire burn underneath my skin, and it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. And as I'm falling down, I feel you lift me up underneath your wings, and it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. I feel your fire burn underneath my skin, and it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life.
Baby, let me say I apologize for all the other guys that broke your heart. Seems that I should take the blame. I should have been protecting you. I left you here all alone. I just can't stand that I took you for granted. Know what you like, you don't have to act. Let me back in your heart and I'll prove it to you. I know what to do and I'll show you. Oh
this on my name. I'll take back the pain. What I gotta do to make you love again? I'll get back on my knees, begging you please. Baby, won't you go back to love with me? I'll put this on my name. I'll take back the pain. What I gotta do to make you love again? I'll get back on my knees, begging you please. Baby, won't you go back to love? Wait no more. These things I can't ignore.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Our next guest is a comedian, actor, and social media influencer. He just released his new video, Who Mans Is This? Please help me welcome the hilarious TravQue. Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, man? Thank you for having me.
Definitely appreciate you taking time out to schedule. I know you're a busy man, so thank you. Thank you so much. So tell us how you got your start in entertainment. I know that you went to school and you were studying healthcare. Is that correct? In the healthcare industry?
I was studying health science at Lincoln University, Pennsylvania.
Uh-huh.
And then I went up to grad school for a semester where I realized, this is not what I really wanted to do. I wanted to be in the entertainment field. So I asked my professor, what was her input? And she was like, if that's what you think your dream is, that's what you want to follow, then go ahead.
Yeah.
And I left grad school after that semester, and I just been chasing my dream ever since.
And you've definitely been doing big things. So you've used social media really in a way to, people say social media influencer. First of all, describe what that is. 'Cause a lot of people don't know what that is. What is a social media influencer?
A social media influencer is a title they give people, that have a lot of influence in the social media field. But in my opinion, anyone could be a social media influencer. You don't really have to have a lot of followers to influence people on social media, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, someone could post something positive tomorrow, and that may influence someone to do something, or someone could post a video of them working out, and that may make somebody want to go to the gym. So you just influence someone.
That's facts, yeah. So how did you use social media to kind of get you out there, get your name out there, and, get things, jumping for you?
So I started off on Vine. I don't know if y'all remember that. In 2016, so a very popular app. So the first video I ever did, it might sound crazy, I walked inside of McDonald's and I screamed, and then I walked like nothing happened. So it was actually different. I went on to do many different things, and I would do these things, without recording myself. And then my brothers was like, yo, you need to start putting this stuff out there. So I put it out there, and, I've been gaining so much great feedback ever since then. And just making the transition into, television and film from social media. So it's always a blessing.
Yeah. And what do you think? Because there are a lot of people that use social media, and they're doing the most. Not even like what you talk about is like funny stuff we all like to see, but they're doing the most just to get famous. Like even some of these YouTubers, and they're losing their accounts. Do you think that people take it too far? They can take it too far?
Some people can take it too far. A lot of people have looked at some of my videos and said I took it too far. But then on the flip side, I don't think I take my videos too far. I don't put my hands on anyone. I don't disrespect anyone. It's like what I do is all for love.
Right.
Some people do, drastic things, and that's their mindset. That's their way of getting famous. It's not always good, but if that's their way, that I can't judge them because I had my ways. So
right. So, have you ever got any backlash on anything you've done? Any pranks you've done?
Yeah, I've got backlash. Even on the screaming prank, because people will say that I'm disturbing people or whatever the case is. I shouldn't be doing that. But these are public places.
Right.
At the end of the day, a lot of people find humor out of what I do. So I get a lot of negative feedback. I get more positive than negative, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. Most definitely. I think that's anyone who, creates a platform, as large as yours. You're going to get that love and hate, I guess.
That comes with the territory.
It does. Well, you were in the BT original film last year, Swag Inc. You played AJ. Tell us about that for people who didn't see that film. Tell us about that experience and your character.
It was a great experience. I'm going to tell you the story about how I even, got that role. I was invited to the Viacom BET building to watch a film that Marcus Houston was the executive producer for. And after the film was done, I was going to walk out. And, my best friend, who was also my manager, he was like, go talk to him. So I wasn't going to talk to him because I'm like, maybe he may look at me like it's another social influencer just trying to come up with whatever.
Right, yeah.
So I continued to walk out, and then he's like, nah, go talk to him. So I went to talk to him. I said, I'm an actor. I have everything that you may need. I have my headshots, resume, reel, everything you may need,
Yeah.
And he said, send that over. So once I sent it over, he reached back out to me, and he had an audition for a film that he was doing with BET, and then I got the role. Being on set, and I was happy that I learned so much. It was definitely an experience, and I would definitely continue to do it again.
Yeah. How was it like? Was that your first major acting role?
I've been in a few films on commercials, but this is my first lead role.
Yeah. So what was the biggest thing you took away from after you finished that project? What was your takeaway from all that?
Just learning everything on set. There was an acting coach on set that taught me so much.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say my biggest thing was not to like do too much when it comes to acting. Just be natural. Be natural, be yourself, let it flow.
Yeah. What would be your dream role? Have you thought that far out?
My dream role?
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a great question. I haven't really thought that far up.
Yeah.
But I would love to work with greats like, Martin Lawrence, Denzel Washington, Will Smith, Eddie Murphy. I would love to just work with so many greats and being in that realm, in that aspect, in that field. Like, if that was to ever happen, I would feel very accomplished, but then that would make me want to do more.
Exactly, yeah. You keep climbing. Is there anyone out there now that you kind of, maybe not model your career after, but see kind of as an inspiration as to where you would like to go in terms of everything you have going on now?
The names that I definitely just named. When I was young, I used to watch a lot of Martin.
Yeah.
And like all of the characters, you learn a lot from the people that came before you.
Mm-hmm.
You always got to pay respect, to the Martin Lawrence, the Jamie Foxx, the Will Smith. You got to, especially on a comedy film,
right?
Because they showed me so much, and I learned so much about character development and everything.
Yeah, most definitely. I love your motto: stay humble, stay working. Why is that so important to you? Why is that something you live by?
That's important to me because when you stay humble, you attract the right people. You have the right energy around you, and you get opportunities. Just to even being here right now, I'm very appreciative of this. And you can't lose working at the end of the day. Like, you can never lose working.
Yeah.
So stay humble, stay working.
Are you surprised, or not? Has it surprised you how social media has impacted your career and where it's taken you? Are you surprised by any of that?
I am surprised because I didn't expect it to go like this. I always knew that I had a goal and I always wanted to be somewhere. But, to now be in movies with BT, to now, being amongst other celebrities, that them recognizing me is just amazing.
Exactly. I was reading the comments on your Instagram, and a lot of people follow you. Tell us about the new video. Whose man is this? Tell us about that.
So, whose man is this? Is a generic term from the 90s from New York City, right? So what I did was on the internet, every time I would be outside and something out the norm would happen, I would scream, whose man's is this?
Right,
That video in itself took off, like you have so many people saying it now. So I was like, one day I'm going to do a song for this. And I did the song for it. We finally got the video done, and we have it out now. It's on all streaming platforms. The only two platforms that's not on yet is iTunes and Apple Music, but that's coming this week.
Yeah,
so it's on YouTube.
Yeah, I just watched it. Great video, by the way. Great song too, and it's catchy. I was reading the comments. People are really feeling it. What's the response you got from it?
Everyone loves it. There will be a few people that just disagree just to disagree.
Right, of course. Yeah.
That once you put something out there, you have to expect people to agree and disagree. Everyone is not going to agree.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's more love than people disagreeing.
Most definitely.
So I appreciate that as well. Like they said, it's catchy. They said it's a '90s vibe, and they said the lyrics actually make sense.
Right, so, it does. Yeah, it really does. So obviously, you're huge on social media. You got the trolls, you got the haters, you got the people who just want to be in the comments just because they got nothing else to do. How do you deal with that type of energy?
Knowing that, some people just say things just to bring you down. You can't let the people get the best of you. You can't stoop to anyone's level, So do I see these comments? Yes, I do. I try to read all my comments. I may not see all of them, but I see the hate with that, or I see the negativity with that. But I just go about my day.
Yeah. Are you ever tempted to respond?
Excuse me?
Are you ever tempted to respond?
Yeah. I would be a liar to say that I wasn't tempted to respond. But it's like, for what?
Right. Yeah.
Have I responded in the past? Yes, I have.
Right. Yeah.
I have. But now I just look at it like, okay. You say what you say. They talk about they say some of the worst things about me, but that doesn't bother me.
That's good. Did you have to get to the point where it didn't bother you? Because I can only imagine. I mean, people go hard, especially some of these large celebrities. They say things they would never say to your face. So did you have to grow not to let that bother you, or is it just? It's just
I definitely had to grow to not let it bother me.
Yeah.
Because when I first started off on social media, like even the first video I did, it came with a lot of negative comments with it. Like I said, most of my videos come with more positive than negative comments.
Yeah.
So at first I didn't know how to handle it. I was like, wow,
right.
This is how it is. At the end of the day, it's like, that's how it is, and this is what you have to expect.
Most definitely. What are you currently working on? Do you have anything you're working on right now?
Right now, we're in the process of doing some more auditions, and also working on a few other things. I don't like to discuss things unless I get it done.
Right? Yeah, I got you.
So once I get everything done, that's when I like discussing everything.
Well, okay.
But there definitely are a few things that's in the works.
Well, I'm sure of it. I can't wait to see. Tell me where they can keep up with you, and your video is hilarious. Where can we follow you and keep up with everything you have going on?
So all my social media is the same. That's TravQue, TravQue. My website is www.travque.com. And you can find me on basically all the social media platforms. And also my new song, Whose Man's Is This, is out now, and it's streaming on platforms. So watch the video and stream it.
Yeah, and the video will make you feel good, y'all. Check it out. Listen, TravQue, thank you so much, man, for joining us tonight. Wish you continued success. And you got to come back when you're on the big screen.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Most definitely. And listen, for more information about TravQue, go to our website, thestevenknightshow.com. We'll be right back after this.
I don't mean to be so outspoken, but mama always said a closed mouth don't get fed, so I'ma keep mine open. Kissing and tasting you, girl, licking all over your body, cause you're the type of shit that call a nigga poppy. Please don't take too long, girl. I've been waiting all night to take you for a long ride. Your body calling for me. Let me show you how bad I want it, just as bad as I know you want it, yeah. Baby, won't you share your love with me, if only just for one night.
just don't get it. It's something about your love that's so addictive. It's so addictive. I want to feel your body wrapped all around me, doing something freaky in between the sheets, girl. Let me love you all night long, girl. Please don't take too long, girl. I've been waiting all night to take you for a long ride. Your body calling for me. Let me show you how bad I want it, just as bad as I know you want it, girl. Baby, won't you share your love with me? If only just for one night. Right now, right here is where you wanna be. If only just for one night. Let me take you home. Your friends, they don't have to know. Let me keep you here, so I can focus on you, if only for one night. Baby, won't you share your love with me? If only just for one night. Baby, right now, right here is where you wanna be. Where you wanna be. Only just for one night. Oh, yeah, yeah. Baby, won't you share your love with me? Won't you share your love? Only just for one night. Only just one night. Right now, right here is where you want. Come on over, baby. If only just for one night. Oh, 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 oh.
Hold up, shorty, listen closely. I know I don't talk that fast. Get to know me, walk more slowly. Why you rushing? What's with that? I'm from Texas, heard my accent. I get that from most of y'all. What you missing? I can give it. Don't be fooled by how I talk. When I saw you walking by, I said I gotta go get her. Cause I really, really wanna get to know you more better. Baby, I can drive your body like a Chevy with leather. I do it with pleasure. You need that country love. That get up in the morning, be so bony kind of love. That grits and bacon, baby, making country love. That stress, no problems with your mama kind of love. You can't get enough of that country love. That's all that you need. Hold up, little mama, what's with all the walking away and rolling your eyes? See you smiling, girl, you wildin'. You know that you like my style. You so proper, ooh, showstopper. In the dirty, girls like you is treated official. What's the issue? I know that you want that too. When I saw you walking by, I said I gotta go get her. Cause I really, really wanna get to know you more better. Baby, I can drive your body like a Chevy with leather. I do it with pleasure. You need that country love. That get up in the morning, be so funny kind of love. That grits and bacon, baby, making country love. That stress, no problems with your mama kind of love. You can't get enough of that country love. That get up in the morning, be so funny kind of love. That grits and bacon, baby, making country love. That stress, no problems with your mama kind of love. You can't get enough of that country love. That's all that you need. And I don't care what you need about me. Girl, I can get, I can get everything you need to do. When I saw you walking by, I said I gotta go get her. Cause I really, really wanna get to know you more better. Baby, I can drive your body like Share it with love. I do it with pleasure. You need that country love. That get up in the morning, be so body kind of love. That grits and bacon, baby, make it country love. That stress, no problems with your mama kind of love. You can't get enough of that country love. That get up in the morning, be so body kind of love. That grits and bacon, baby, make it country love. Stress, no problems with your mama. You can't get enough of that country love. That get up in the morning, need some kind of love. That grits and bacon, baby, making country love. You can't get enough of that. That's all that you miss. That's all that you miss. You can't get enough of that country love. That's all that you miss. That's all that you miss.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the First Lady Faith Evans, and you're listening to the Stephen Knight Show.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Adam, how's it going?
It's going well, Stephen. How are you guys?
Cannot complain. Monday. How was your first Valentine's Day as a married man?
Pretty good. We didn't do anything, but we went to dinner. We went to lunch today. But, yeah, it was normal, I guess, as it should be.
I guess you didn't do anything. Okay.
Well, every day is special with us, so we don't really...
That's it.
That's a good one. That's a good save. Good save. All right, well, I'll let you on chicken. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Okay. Oh, no. It was a Friday, too, right? And everyththing's so hard to get on Friday.
That's true. That's true.
It's just... we timed our celebration on a different day where it wasn't too busy.
Okay. Well, whatever works for y'all. I'll let you and Chicken take it away with movie reviews.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. So I actually have not gone to see something new. I actually went to go see Uncut Gems, and this was actually based on, besides the reviews it's been getting, but Chike's recommendation from last week of what he saw. And I just wanted to do a quick shout-out to Sonic the Hedgehog, which is actually #1 in the box office, and it's the highest opening for a video game related movie ever. So, again, I didn't see it. It didn't spark interest for me, but it definitely hit a mark with people, and it's seeming to be a hit. So congrats to the people for Sonic. Going back into Uncut Gems, and I won't go into too many details because Chike gave his review last week, but it follows the story of Adam Sandler plays this jeweler in the Diamond District, and it's kind of the course of his few days of him getting this gem and dealing with bets he makes on basketball and the intensity that goes around it. And as Chike said last week, he never wants to owe anyone money, and this movie would definitely agree with that. And I thought it was really good. It did a great job. It definitely keeps you on your feet. There's a lot of intense moments. Adam Sandler does a great job. I will say this, though. It felt like Adam Sandler did do a great job, but we've seen this kind of Adam Sandler before in the sense that he kind of plays someone who makes bad decisions or acts very foolish, and Howard is the character Adam Sandler plays. It was tough for me to kind of understand how someone like this can make such bad decisions, so many bad decisions throughout the course of owing people hundreds of thousands of dollars over the next few days. But of course, he's addicted to gambling. He's addicted to the next catch and the bet. But Adam Sandler also gets very loud, which is what he does in his movies as well. And so it didn't feel like too much of a stretch for Adam Sandler in the acting front. I mean, again, he did a great job. He did a great dramatic role in this. But we've seen this Adam Sandler before, right? We've seen him yell in all of his movies when he gets angry. We see him make stupid decisions. So while it was a great performance, I could see why maybe he might get a nomination for some stuff, but he wouldn't win. That being said, though, to kind of get back to the short of it, is Uncut Gems. Definitely check it out. If you're looking for a movie that keeps you going the whole time, this will be it.
Did it make you feel anxious at all? Did you have anxiety watching this film?
A little bit, but again, and I'll go back to this. It was on his own decisions, right? And when you see someone make poor decisions, you can feel a little anxious. But I felt like the movie hit the ground running, and I never felt that invested into Adam Sandler's character until the end. So even at the beginning, when he's making these decisions, and when he's showing the gem to everyone, I'm like, why are you doing this? This is something that's very important to you, and I know you want to show off, but just don't be an idiot. But again, he does do a lot of things that up the intensity. Another thing I will say is the soundtrack seemed a little weird. It felt like 80s synth music, and I don't know if you noticed the soundtrack at all, Chike, but it felt very like we're watching like an 80s sci-fi movie with kind of that electronic music. So that kind of took me out of the intensity a little bit as well.
Got it. Oh, man. Well, I definitely hope that it does something. I hope something happens with it. I thought it was a good film.
Again, and that's what I'm trying to say. It is a good film. I do recommend it. It's, I think, their highest ever opening for A24, who's done popular movies like Lady Bird, Last Black Man in San Francisco. So the studio does a great job, and the movie will do good. But, of course, me being me, I always have a few gripes about something.
I actually saw the film, The Photograph.
Me too.
You saw it too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, good. So, the film I thought was good. So I walked into it with the anticipation of. I didn't have any anticipation on what the film was about, but I did have anticipation on wanting this film to be another legendary film like Love Jones was. Love Jones was important to the culture. And Love Jones, to this day, is still one of my favorite movies of all time. It was just one of those iconic films that dictated black love in a certain type of way, and that resonated to me. So that film is very important to me. And I was hoping that this movie would do the same. It didn't quite hit me quite as Love Jones did, but it still was very poignant to me. I thought that it was very, very good as it related to telling a story, period, let alone a story of black love. I think that Will Packer Productions has been pretty consistent on telling good stories in a good way. And I say that in comparison to some other movies that have been released that are based on an African-American experience. You follow me? Are you with me, Steven?
Yeah.
So what did you think?
I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. The only part that kind of threw me off, I mean, I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. The only part that threw me off was, I'm trying not to give it away, but remember at the end when they meet up, I won't say where, but they meet up, and she's apologizing to him for not progressing things sooner. Well, I felt like he was to blame. Did you get that?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But no, but I get it because I'm going over the film in my head. And
because he seemed like her mother. He seemed to have a lot of traits that her mother had.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a film about love and regret.
Yeah.
And
it's two love stories, really.
Yes, it's basically two love stories.
Yeah.
And it highlights and focuses on the importance of giving people their flowers while they're
Yeah, exactly.
You know, don't take time for granted, because time will continue to move on, whether you're with it or not with it.
Yep.
So the message is seize the moments while you can. And what I thought was excellent.
Yeah.
And which resonated to me because I try to live my life without any regret. Like I don't ever want to get to a certain age and look back and say I coulda, shoulda, woulda. Because the one thing that you do not get back is time. Time is a very precious commodity that should not be squandered.
What do you think about the mother's letters?
I thought that was her way of trying to undo what was done.
Yeah, yeah. And explain why things were the way they were.
Right.
Yeah.
And in real life, this movie resonated in a real way to me, because in real life I know people that live their life in a certain way because they have regret, whether it be good or it be bad.
Yeah.
You know, it can go either way.
Yeah.
And if you seize the moment, then you'll never have to look back and say, you know, that I coulda, shoulda, woulda, or have to play catch up, or have to augment, you know, how you really want to be versus how you should have been. So I recommend it. I recommend. This is a movie that you can just go see anytime. You can see it in a matinee. You could go see it regularly. I would say go with someone. So it's a good conversation piece. It's something that you can discuss. See it with someone that you love. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic love. You can see it with a family member.
Yeah.
It's definitely good to go with someone that you care about, because you're going to want to discuss it after.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was very poignant. I thought it was very good. Well produced. That everyone's wig was nice.
Right.
You know, it wasn't any
no top hair wigs. Right. Yeah.
I didn't want to say his name. I'm just saying.
Oh, sorry. We love top hair.
When it came, you know, time for that, it was good. And like I said, when it comes to Will Packer Productions and Mr. Packer, you're putting out excellent product. We need to do lunch. DM me, call me, let's talk. Yeah. I think that he's pretty consistent on the films that he's putting out. I want to see more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to give this one a thumbs up. The thing about it is, though, people, movies like this, if you participate and want to see more films like this, you have to go to the movies.
Exactly.
You need to go get tickets.
Yep.
Don't look at it on your Fire Stick. Don't get a bootleg copy. Go to the theater to see it. This film cost $16 million to make. That was the budget. This weekend, the film made $12 million. They're probably going to meet their budget, but we need these type of films too to jump and leap and excel like, you know, those Marvel films and those DC films do. In order for us to continue to see these type of films on the screen, we support them.
Yeah.
Let the people that create them know that this is what you want to see by going to support.
Yep.
So before we get into up and coming films, I just want to shout out, you know, some things on television. The Outsider on HBO is excellent. I cannot rave about this show enough. It's like one of the best shows on television. Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I just finished the Netflix documentary on Who Killed Malcolm X.
That's so good. Yeah.
OMG.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to be very angry. You're going to be very surprised. You're going to be, yeah.
I didn't finish it yet. I haven't finished it yet. I started it. But, yeah. I'm watching.
Check it out.
Yeah.
And it's very educational. You learn some things that you didn't know.
Yep.
You learn some things that you didn't know. And that's all I have on that front. Adam, you have anything on TV that you're watching?
No, we're finishing again. I guess we're a little behind on shows, but The Man in High Castle. I don't know if either of you got into that program, but they just did the final season last winter or last December, I think. And for anyone who doesn't know, the premise is based on a Philip K. Dick novel or short story. It's not a universe where the Nazis won World War II, and so the United States is split on the east side is controlled by Nazi Germany. On the west side is controlled by Japan. And it starts with the story of this girl discovering a video reel of the Americans or the Allies winning World War II. And it triggers a whole string of events of trying to figure out the mystery of this and why is this being shown and how to kind of hopefully fix that and create a universe where it happens. It's a pretty good show. It's got a lot of intrigue. I think it falls apart only in the sense that it's based on a short story. So, once I think they hit their subject material or once they kind of get through most of it, they are adding a lot of stuff. So it turns into kind of a TV show with a lot of drama, a lot of extra characters that may not be as interesting as the original story. But if you're looking for something, Amazon, and you want to power through a whole series, Amazon has the whole series, all 4 seasons, up right now.
Nice.
Okay, so coming up, my list is The Boy 2, a film called Premature, another film called Goldie, The Invisible Man, The Night Clerk, and a documentary film called Viral, Anti-Semitism in 4, what is that? 4 mutations, sorry. I'm looking forward to that one, too. That's going to speak to what's going on in this insanity of today. Yeah.
What do you think of Invisible Man? Because they've been advertising that nonstop. It feels like every time I go to a movie.
Yeah,
they have the
I've been
trailer
seeing
for
it too. Mm-hmm.
So when I saw the trailer, it was a little disturbing because it's not the Invisible Man that I'm used to.
That was exactly.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Very dark. Very dark. And even though let's go back to Kevin Bacon and his Invisible Man with Elizabeth Shue.
Mm-hmm.
That turned pretty dark too. That got a little gruesome. However, it didn't seem as dark as this one is. This one is like the trailer kind of read like the show You on Netflix, but if he was an invisible man instead of him being
that's what I thought.
This is like Invisible Man stalker / killer / sexual predator. It's a lot going on. I don't know. I plan to be very uncomfortable in my seat.
Yeah, well, I look forward because definitely horrors aren't my wheelhouse, but I look forward to your review about that because that one, with the amount of advertising they're doing, I hope it's at least good enough.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, well, there's one that's coming out next week, Chike, actually the same week as Invisible Man, called Wendy. Have you heard about this? It's kind of a new take or a different take on the Peter Pan story where this girl Wendy goes off and goes to this kind of island, which is kind of like a Never Land, and she meets all these characters like Lost Boys. And the only reason, one of the reasons it looks interesting is it's done by the person who did Beast of the Wild, or now I can't remember the name of that movie, but do you remember that one?
Yes, I do remember that one. This could be wonderfully odd. Could be.
Yeah, so Beast of the Southern Wild, which I know you liked and said it was good. It seems like it might be up that alley of kind of being a little kind of that fun fantasy weird realm with these characters. So that one's on my radar as well.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, as always, thank you for letting us know what to spend our money on, what not to, and have a great week.
Thank you, sir.
All right, right back after this.
Traffic the lights on these haters, cause they was sleeping. Clap on these haters, cause they was tweaking. Do not interrupt a hater when she is speaking. Please keep an eye on your hater, You don't pick one when you got options. They talking cause I'm never around her. Man, what you say, I beg your pardon. Why you coming at your face? Man, you need to know your place. Oh, you made a big mistake. It's got to be bombs away. Bombs away. You about to blow it?
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Janelle, how's it going?
Great, Steven. How are you?
I cannot complain. It's Monday, making it through.
I know. Happy President's Day.
Happy President's Day to you. I know you probably got some interesting sales, huh?
I do. I mean, a lot of people were putting a lot of stuff out for President's Day, and of course, they're clearing out to get ready for spring stuff, or if they actually already have stuff out for spring, so they're trying to make room for more stuff. So there are a lot of sales out there today.
Oh, wow. Why don't you take it away?
All right. So Neiman Marcus, last call, which is, of course, the outlet for Neiman Marcus, they are having an end-of-season sale, and today is the last day to shop and save up to 80% off of all of their clearance items. Today is the last day to shop BCBG Max Adria and get 40% off of everything in the store and online. J.Crew is having a sale, and if you shop there today, you can get up to an extra 60% off of their sale items, plus you can get 30% off of everything else. Old Navy is having a sale, and if you shop there today, and of course it's today only and online only, if you shop there today, you can get 50% off of all of their dresses, plus you can get 30% off of everything else. Online only and today only, the Children's Place, of course, I had to mention something for the kids, is offering 50% off of everything on their site. This is online only, like I said. Today is the last day to shop Bath & Body Works and get 20% off of your entire purchase. Another kids store, Carter's, is having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get an extra 40% off of all of the clearance items, plus you can get up to 60% off of regular priced items. Today is the last day to shop Kate Spade and get an extra 40% off of their sale styles, plus you can get an extra 25% off of their regular priced items. And last but not least, this is all I'm telling you about, but I'll have much, much more online.
Okay.
Last but not least, today is the last day to shop Express and get 40% off of everything in their store, and that does include their clearance items.
Awesome. They can find that and much more at agengenuine.com.
That's the only, yep.
Yeah.
Yep, they surely can.
All right. Well, thank you as always, and have a great week, okay?
Okay, thank you, Steven.
All right. Right back
You do
after.
the same.
Thank you. Right back after this.
With evil, but yet and still they want murder me people. They want to mislead you with everything them teach you and feed you. But enough men are die to no free you. Look on this madness, savages them flashing them badges. Rust on the cover them black kicks. Them one talk backwards and practice brutality tactics. And most of the time it wind up tragic. If we no fight that, to the plantation we right back. Fear no one, bust your gun, fight back. Them can't wear no like that. But who can stop the empire strike back? Watch the now, I show you the right path. We are warriors.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Aaron Cosby, how you feeling?
Yo, Stephen Knight.
How are you feeling? How's your weekend?
Bruh. It was cool, man. It's Valentine's Day has came and went.
Yeah.
Did you do anything special?
Not for Valentine's Day, but I did go out of town for the weekend. Went on a cabin trip with some friends, yeah. What about you?
Cool. Nah, Valentine's Day was snuggled up.
Nice.
Yeah.
No.
Read your
They're law.
Exactly. Yo, did you watch any of the NBA All-Star Weekend?
I did not because I was in the cabins, but I did watch a lot of the highlights. I watched a lot of highlights.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, full disclosure, I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it? That's crazy.
Hold on. I know, Richard. I watched pieces.
Yeah.
I did not watch the entire game. I'm sorry. That people, come on now. The All-Star game, except this year's, was actually good.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter. It was amazing. But in years past,
157 and 155, you can't beat that.
Right.
Yeah.
It was good at the end. But we all know in years past these All-Star games have been boring.
Yeah, a bunch of showboating.
They're not
Yeah.
really playing for anything. Right? It's just there's no defense.
Right.
No intensity. It's just a pickup game. You know, it's fun. No one's trying to get
right.
No one's trying to play
exactly.
hard. It's just fun. All right. This was good, and I'm kind of mad at myself for not watching it, but I had other things to do. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get my Juris Doctorate. I think that's like a little bit more important than
exactly.
Game. But that tribute to Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh. Oh man. I mean, Jennifer Hudson, man. Whew.
Yeah. Our comments, there were mixed reviews on her, but I think she did an amazing job.
She can't win for losing.
They called her Yellow Holler Hudson. That's what they call her.
she do kind of.
That's how she sings though. That's her thing. Yeah.
But it was the emotion behind it.
There was a lot of emotion and power. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was emotion with that. Like yes, she hollered, but it was almost like she was hollering for a Kobe. Like it was like she was expressing our pain. Like it was, you know what I'm saying? Like it was almost at like a service. Like I felt it. Like I felt like yeah. So Jennifer, they think you hollered. I think it was from the soul and it was emotion. So,
yeah, I do too.
I got the back on that one. Yeah. Now hollering though.
Oh gosh. We talked about it in Hot Topics.
I don't know what Shaka Khan, baby, she, bruh. That was the remix for the remix for the remix.
I think what with her it was more so the arrangement.
Emotion.
The arrangement. The arrangement was kind of different. I want to read what Jennifer Hudson said about her performance. So she said, "In times like these, all we can do is pray. I was trying to sing the clouds out of heaven in hopes they hear us. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Amen." Hashtag Kobe. Hashtag Gianna, and you know that. But
it felt like it was in church. I felt like I was in church.
Yeah.
At a memorial service. Like I felt like I've been in those situations where I've been around singers at church singing at a funeral service.
Right.
And you feel it. Like you feel that emotion.
Yeah.
You feel this song. Kudos, like props to her.
Most definitely.
Did Shaka Khan? Did she post a tweet, release a statement?
I don't think she did, but
break it.
Yeah, Black Twitter did, of course.
And what's so crazy is that we all know Shaka Khan can sing. No, she can sing.
Oh yeah.
Shaka Khan is legendary, iconic. Like, stop. Now, people trying to. She can sing. Like, so it ain't even all she can't sing. She can. Even in her messed up version of the Star Spangled Banner, it was still better than some of these singers out here today. Like, let's not get it twisted. Shaka Khan is outstanding.
Yeah.
So, but it had to be the arrangement.
Yeah, it was kind of off. Like, the arrangement was kind of weird. I remember I was listening to it online while I was still in the cabin. I was thinking, what's all that noise? But I think it was just It was just the arrangement, really.
And it was her singing?
Yeah, it was her singing. Holler scream, but I think, again, it was the arrangement. Because we all know Shaka Khan can sing. She still is a beast, even, at her legendary status, you know what I mean? So, you can't take it from her.
Can we just give her proper Joe just on her range?
Oh, yeah. She can range.
But this woman's range was, she was hitting those, up in the clouds.
Yeah.
Were up in the heavens. They were
Most definitely. Yeah, she up there.
They might not been arranged well.
Right.
Whatever, but she hit them.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And for this woman to be 60-plus years old and that voice still sounds as strong. It was strong.
Her voice is strong. Yeah.
Strong.
Yep.
Strong. Can't nobody out-sing Shaka Khan. I'm telling you, very, very, very few, if any. Maybe
there's this this kind of off subject, but there's this video if you find it online. It's it was at the Grammys. They're doing a tribute to Babyface for Waiting to Exhale soundtrack, and so it was Whitney, CeCe Winans, Brandy, Mary J, Shaka, Aretha. I believe that was all, but at the end, Shaka and Aretha were trying to outdo each other. That thing was hilarious. I've been telling people hollering and screaming. They were trying to outdo each other. Then that was hilarious. You gotta look that up.
I actually saw the late great Aretha Franklin in concert. It was my
you told me.
Yeah, and I had such low expectations because I'm like, this was in her later years, like a few years before she, went on glory. So I'm thinking, okay, her voice probably isn't going to be all that. I was not a fan of Miss Franklin's voice at first. I never heard her live, but when I saw her on award shows performing, okay, she kind of hollers. Whatever. And then I didn't get all the hoopla over it.
Right.
Bruh, when I saw that woman perform live, I changed. She was phenomenal.
Most definitely.
No, this woman's voice was a gift.
Yeah.
Miss Franklin could sang the house down. She was an amazing vocalist. She wasn't even just a singer. She was a vocalist.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
I was totally wrong. Miss Franklin, God rest your soul, you were epic.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. But the game itself was cool. That fourth quarter really was nice, and I'm hoping that they keep that because it made it fun.
Yeah.
It made it fun. Yeah. So we'll see. You still haven't watched any of the XFL games?
I didn't, but I've been seeing the covers. You were right. People are really feeling it. Just because it isn't like the NFL. You know what I mean? But people are really feeling it from what I've been seeing the coverage. You know what I mean? What about you? I know you've been following it.
Oh, I'm in, bro.
Yeah.
I'm in. I am invested. I'm in it. It's a good product. Is it NFL's caliber? No, of course not. But is it pretty close to it? Yeah. It's the first season, y'all. Like it's
right.
It's only going to get better if they, if people keep tuning in and keep supporting it. It's going to get better. And I'm sorry, for a league that's only in its second week.
Yeah.
It's great. This is I think it's phenomenal. So yeah, I'm all in. And I want to give a shout out really quickly to the University of Dayton Flyers basketball team.
Okay.
They are so under the radar. They are the number 6 ranked team in the country. They're ranked 6th. Go Flyers. Just wanted to give them a shout out, man. Like
most definitely.
Are a talented team, and people don't really give them their props, but they are one of the best teams in the country, and I just want to give them their recognition, their due.
Okay. Nice. Is that all?
Bruh, I think that's pretty much it. That's all I got. What about you? Anything else going on in sports?
No. Well, there's one thing we talked about in Hot Topics I wanted to get your opinion on. So, Charles Barkley, he was on the Today Show, and they asked him, was it appropriate to bring up Kobe's previous sexual accusations? And he's getting kind of side-eyed for his response. He said, let me get to it. He said, okay, I'm sorry. He said, we're not trying to make Kobe out to be no hero. No, he said, Kobe is one of the greatest basketball players ever, and he had a flaw that we all know about. You have to tell the picture in totality. We're not trying to make Kobe out to be no hero. We're celebrating his basketball experience. But, of course, people, they had different sides. One person called Charles Barkley a clown. He's really going to make me stop watching NBA on TNT. He runs his mouth way too much. And another person said that Charles Barkley drops truth bombs yet again. Even when you disagree with this guy, you have to respect his honesty. What do you think?
First of all, let me clear something up. I said Dayton was ranked 6th. That was last week. Okay. The new poll just came out.
Oh yeah, they're 5th now.
And they are now ranked 5th.
Yeah,
they are now
I see
5th.
that.
So they've actually gone up one. So they are the 5th ranked team in the nation.
Nice.
Basketball team. So congratulations, Dayton, and keep it up. All right. With regards to Charles Barkley, Charles cool with me. Like Charles Barkley is going to be Charles Barkley. He's going to say what's on his mind, what he feels. I just kind of feel in a way that people need to everybody needs to take a breath. It's like Kobe. Can the man? Can we have a month? You know what I'm saying? Can we just give this man a month to just let this simmer, man? Like his family's still like this. This is still raw.
Yeah,
it's raw with a lot of people, with his family. Like before we start talking about, is it fair to talk about allegations or his? Chill. Just how about not say anything? How about just say, you know what? This is not appropriate. I'm not talking about this right now. It's not my place. Just say no. I'm not going to talk about it. So again, Charles is entitled to say what he wants, whatever. But I just think that in general, we as a society needs to just take a step back for a minute. Just chill. Just chill.
All right.
It's coming off just a little bit. It's I don't know, like something about criticizing the dead is one. I mean, whatever. But to me, when it's kind of salacious and he can't defend himself, I have a problem with that. It's a bit much, and especially so soon.
Yeah, exactly. Soon. Yeah.
That's all. It's just too soon. It's too soon. It's like people just have been on it and hitting on it and hitting on it and beating it and beating it and beating it. I'm like, let it just chill for a minute. Chill. Give them like 3 months, 6 months, something. Like give it a little time, man. Give it a little time. But that's all I got on it.
Okay. Well, thanks as always, Aaron. Have a great week, and we'll talk next Monday.
All right, man.
All right. Right back after.
Music machine. Lyrics.
This that thing right here, K.
Yeah, boy.
Word. Look.
Do you think?
Look. The product of housing tenements. Try blended with the innocent. Yeah. It's to the moon like we chasing stars. Drinks in the air, we about to raise the bar. High Valerian can speak it, then can't eat with us. Dwayne Martin, these is just some seat fillers. Teach, level up there, see the growth. Cryptocurrency, bitcoins to who need the most. Look. Was quick to want squeeze the toast. These days, bout my bread till I see a loaf. Greedy, couple plates, we gon' eat the most. Point game, if we trail, at least we keep it close. Sipping toast, sipping in moderation. It was written in a proclamation, my obligation.
Hey, yo, peace world. It's the Love King of R&B, Raheem Devon, and you're listening to the Stephen Knight Show. Keep it locked right here. Love life.
Well, that's our show. Special shout out to TravQue for joining us tonight. For more information, go to our website, thestephennightshow.com. Have a great week, and we'll talk again next Monday.
Tonight is all eyes on me. Everything